following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't trust me, big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be, Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Ron will be here in just a second. He's running late, and I yelled out to him, but he's not here yet, so he's on his way in. Hope everybody's doing well in the meantime, and welcome to the show. We got a great show for you guys today. First up, we have actress and award-winning music producer Max Wassa coming on, and then we have Fred North coming on, who is a motion picture helicopter pilot. Worked on the biggest films in the industry, something new for us, something we've never done before, so I think it'll be a lot of fun. So in the meantime, let's say hi to the chat room, which people are just starting to come in now. But what's up? Stefan's in the chat room. How you doing, Stefan? Hope all is well with you. We had a great weekend, and we went to see the Bloodthirst movie premiere on Friday afternoon in Beverly Hills, and we got to hang out with Costas Mandylor and what was the other guy's name? Now I forgot his name. Isn't that terrible? Tara Reid was in the film, but she wasn't there. BJ Mezek was there. Lots of people from the show were there that we've had on, and we had a really, really good time. Robert Lasardo is the other person that we met, and they're both going to be coming on the show soon. And then on Saturday night, we went to Halloween Hotness, which is at Madame Tussauds, and it was a blast. It was a lot of fun. We dressed up as cowboys. Ron looked phenomenal. Everybody loved him. And we met all kinds of people, of which Max Wassa, who's our first guest, was there. So it should all be good. And everything is going well with everything. We had a total blast. Lots of cool stuff coming up. And I think that I don't know where Ron is and I didn't prepare anything since he usually talks at the beginning of the show. But I think what we'll do is we'll play a quick music break, you guys, and let me go get him because I don't know where he is. So let's play California Blues by Gabe Lopez featuring Belinda Carlisle, and give us 2 seconds. As soon as the video's over, we'll be back. Thanks, everybody.
When all the waves come crashing down and I get lost with you, I'm found. Oh, and we take on the neighborhood, the bad and good of Hollywood. Oh,
All the girls and demons collide
at the sunset door,
they can change the stars in your eyes.
when I look into your California, California. You take away my California, California blues. And all the sinners wanna taste, they try to steal your heart away. Oh, but your love never disappears, like you're the summer's fall, yeah. Oh,
All the friends of Malibu Drive,
to the sunset shore,
but it's all in me 'cause you're mine.
when I look into your California, California. You take away my California, California.
It's a Mexican kind of love.
The burns over in my veins.
You're the best that I've ever loved.
Hotel California insane.
Hey ho, we're back. That was Gabe Lopez featuring Belinda Carlisle. Now I've got Ron joining me for the show, and he's drinking something now, but he's back and he's here. Hello, cool man, outrageous man about town, Ron Russell.
For those of you who don't like me, enjoy this. I'm suffering. I don't know if it's a desert dust, allergies, what, but my vision is blurry. My nose is clogged. I just fight this desert sand all the time. The last time I lived in Palm Springs 20 years ago, I moved out of Palm Springs back to New York because the sand was so bad that it was really affecting me terribly. But anyway, I'm here.
So tell him. So we went to Halloween hunting this Saturday. Who did you remember that you met?
Well, I looked in the mirror and I saw myself. That was all I needed.
Daniel DeCrisio was there, you guys. He's been a guest on the show.
And Sherry Davis.
Yes. And BJ Mezek and his wife, Shelley.
And his daughter, Taya. And all our little gang. Zachary was there. And
Diane
and Brandy, my little
Mary
gummy bear.
So we also met Barbara Crampton, you guys. She's been on the show twice, but we've never met her in person. We met Scream Queen Jill Schoelen, big star from the 80s, and she said she would come on the show. We saw Jennifer Moriarty. She's coming on the show in 2 weeks. And if you guys remember when we had Max Searchy on the show 2 weeks ago, we showed the trailer for the Bouncer, I think it was, and the guy who stars in that movie, John Ozuna, is a big martial arts star. He's coming on next week. So we met all kinds of fun people, and we had a blast. Tracy Lee Coco was there, Rayster Michaels, and everybody from Night Mistress movie.
And Franco was there.
Yeah, Frankie. And
who else?
There was a lot. It was fun. It was all inside.
It was hundreds of people. And I think they raised a little bit over $30,000, which is good. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough to get one family going at St. Jude's Hospital. I think sometimes it's a pity that billions of dollars are sent to Russia and other countries, and we have to beg to help the people in our country. I think that's wrong. And the billions of dollars that are sent to other countries, if a portion of it was given to St. It possibly may be. You know, I'm talking to my hat. I'm sure that the government does give St. Jude millions and millions of dollars a year. At least I would hope so. Because the purpose of St. Jude Hospital is children that have cancer and parents that don't have the money because of insurance is being so expensive and bad. They have a place to go to heal their child.
And it takes care of everything.
Now think of it this way. God forbid you had a child or a grandchild who has cancer, God forbid. And that child is in a hospital, and you have to travel every day miles and miles and miles on a bus, on a subway, or whatever it is you travel on to see that child. Isn't it nice that the people that raise money for St. Jude make it possible for you to sleep in the hospital near your child? If in the middle of the night your child wakes up screaming because it's terrified of what it's going through, mom and dad are there. So St. Jude to me is probably the best, aside from, of course, AIDS, giving money to find a cure for AIDS, which is killing children as well as adults. People of all people, not just some people or certain people, but all people. I think our government has got to stop giving so much interest to other countries to make their welfare better and to start concentrating on our country. And people over 80 should not have to pay a copay because they don't have it. Their Social Security checks are $1,500, $1,200. They have to pay rent, eat, and doctors too. It's just stupid. Anyway, enough politics. We're going to have a good show.
So we raised $30,000 last year. We only raised 18, so we raised 12,000 more than last year. So it was a great success, and we had a really, really, really good time. And then I told them that we went to the Bloodthirst premiere, the movie starring Robert Lasardo, Costas Mandylor, and Tara Reid. And Tara Reid wasn't there, but we hung out with Costas Mandylor and Robert Lasardo and met all kinds of fabulous people, and it was really It was a fun movie, campy movie, but very fun. Sarah French was in it. Alyssa Dowling is in it. Ron's starring in a movie with Alyssa Dowling soon.
I play her daddy. Now,
yes.
listen, this movie, I love vampire movies. You know, in all my career, I have never, ever played a vampire.
Yeah.
Soon, I will be playing a very interesting, spooky, weird vampire who happens to be gay. And he has a daughter who's a vampire. And what goes on between daddy and daughter and the world that they live in, a fantasy, is so bewitching. It's a movie that will take you to another world. It is the best script I've read in a long, long time. Ming Ballard wrote it, directed by Jennifer James. So it's going to be quite a film when we shoot it. That film should be, I think that's the second film I'm doing. Yeah, first Death House, then...
No. It'll be a little bit further
River,
down than that.
River first?
Red River comes first, yes.
Red River first.
And it's not Death House anymore.
What is it
It's
now?
Death Realm, A Haunting Begins.
What?
They're not doing Death House, and I think one of the main reasons, Max Wassa, our first guest, she starred in a movie called Death House.
Yeah, but
that
what's
came out.
his new title?
Death Realm is the title
Death
that they've been talking about.
Realm.
Yes, A Haunting Begins.
What is Death Realm?
Well,
mean?
since it's a ghost story, that
What's
fits
a realm?
more.
What are you doing with the camera?
Uh,
What's a realm? I mean, it's not spooky. Death Realm. Oh well.
Anyway, there's another Death House.
Well, they should have called it like Whore House or something.
No, anyway, we're going to talk about the other Death House because that one has like 30 of the biggest horror stars ever.
Horror.
Horror. No,
No, not
everything
horror.
else is horror.
You say horror, and people
No,
get
horror.
No, it's horror.
No, that's it. No, that's
No,
just
that's
for
how
you.
it gets corrected.
Hey, Hub, what's up? Hub just joined us too. Hey, Hub.
Hey, Hub, what is it? Horror or what he does? He talks real Texan. He'll say horror.
I don't know if it's Texan.
Whatever Hub speaks, he'll say horror.
So real quick then, you guys, we want to thank everybody for tuning in every week. Please listen to us on Apple Podcasts because I'm trying to get us up in the rankings. It's kind of a weird thing because we were never ranked on it in 15 years, and now that we're on it, I want to stay on it. So let's continue to listen to us on Apple Podcasts. You'll see me sharing the link everywhere on social media. Also, you can hear us on SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Prime.
And tomorrow night, we're going to the most wonderful get-together gathering for Paramount Studios. It's fancy dress. So we have to get all dolled up in our glitz and glitter. And there I will be with snots hanging out of my nose and watery eyes. And they're going to think that I have some kind of air pollution or some kind of disease. Anyway, I'm going to dope myself up with all kinds of, what do they call that stuff you snap? I have what I spray up my nose. It's, I don't know what it's called. But anyway, I have nasal spray. Then there's pills I take to dry out my sinuses. So let's hope that by tomorrow night, snots won't be rolling out of my nose.
So you guys, we're going to a cocktail party for the new television show by Paramount called Fellow Travelers.
Yeah.
It stars Matt Bomer,
Yeah.
which everybody knows, and Jonathan Bailey, who's the star of Bridgerton, which is a huge series. And
I'm looking forward to meeting
we'll
Nat.
get to go meet them, and hopefully we'll get to go meet them, and it should be a lot of fun. So anyway, we're going to bring on our first guest.
Okay, let's do
All right,
that.
let's bring on Max. Let's see if we can hear her. Hey, Max.
Hi, you guys.
Who is this girl?
Hey. Oh, my gosh.
Who is
We
this
couldn't even tell
girl?
your hair had red in it on Saturday. You were so bloody.
Yeah. Who is this girl? Have I ever seen this girl before? Hi, darling. How are you?
Hi, my love. Yes, you guys look fantastic on Saturday.
Yeah, you think?
It was so much fun.
Somebody said I look like Rock Hudson. I almost had a heart attack.
Oh, well, Rock Hudson.
Rock Hudson had a big mustache at one time, like I wore.
You
And when
did.
they said I look like Rock Hudson, I just wanted to scream. Imagine anybody telling you look like Rock Hudson. Wow.
I didn't recognize you at first because I turned around and I was like, who is this hot 30-year-old standing next to me?
That's right.
What is it?
She said it was this hot 30-year-old standing next
Yeah,
to me.
hot 30-year-old. You got that wrong.
Hang on, let me do a real intro. Let me do a real intro.
Wait, before we go there. Did you have a good time?
I did have a good time. I did. I was dressed as a bloody saloon girl who's been through a a shootout. Everybody thought I was a bride, but that's not what I was.
Actually, too,
we
you
made-
got robbed,
wait,
though.
We made over $30,000.
Yes.
That went to St. Jude, so you should feel good about that.
I do. I know, just personally, I think I raised like 9,000 of that.
Good
myself.
girl.
It's
Good
like-
girl. Good
Yeah.
girl. Good girl.
I like
I don't know
love it.
what we raised. I guess we raised something.
Yes, we raised
500,
something.
I heard. No.
Either way, it was a good event. So hold on, let me do a real introduction. All right,
Yes.
everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actress, award-winning music producer, author, model, movie producer, Max Wassa. Hello and welcome to the show. And I don't know if you have more titles, but I figured I got a lot of them in there for you just to get them all in there.
They're in my back pocket. It's fine.
It's been such a long time because the last time we had you on the show, we lived in Pennsylvania, so that's a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we run in the same circle, but we don't see you as often as I would like to see you. So it was really a thrill to see you on Saturday night.
So we haven't seen you, what, 10 years?
No.
And I haven't aged a bit.
You have not. Absolutely. I have aged terribly, but
Well, you haven't.
No, you haven't.
You
So,
have
so
not.
you and I are the same age, and like you are fabulous. You look terrific. You're smoking hot. And I did all this research on you this time coming on, since I know you do a lot of different things, and I didn't actually know you did quite so many things. I knew you were a big time music person, but I didn't know that you were actually like in Playboy. When were you in Playboy?
Oh, in the 80s. In the good days of Playboy. When,
Oh yeah, when it was a good magazine, but also like you were super popular in Playboy. So good for you.
oh,
I mean,
thank you.
you're smoking hot now, so I would imagine in the 80s, which is like 40 years ago, like you're even significantly hot.
Wait a minute. We're
My
talking.
hair was much bigger.
We're talking really stupid numbers here. I don't care.
mean?
I don't like it. 40 years. What kind of numbers are these? We don't talk those numbers.
But
Right? Astro agrees. Right? It's got to kiss me now, right?
So we have people in the chat room. Just say hi to the chat room.
Daddy
Hello,
loves
chat
you.
room.
Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. Now go away.
So let's the chat room people are starting to come in. Let's talk a
I
little
have
bit.
to make out with my dog.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
Astro. This is Astro. He always comes on the show. He's a ham. He loves.
I was in a movie called Astro.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you were. I actually wrote that down. But,
See that?
and actually, a lot of the people in it have been on our show, or Ron's worked with them.
Yeah.
It-
Well, Ron's worked with everybody, so because
So let's tell them, everybody. So there's a film
Wait a
called
minute.
Astro, you guys.
We have never worked together, right?
No,
I
you,
don't think so.
no.
I don't think so.
I don't like that.
Yeah, well, we're going to work that out because
We're gonna
I'm
work
producing
it
a ton of movies, so we're going to work that out. So we have a movie called Astro. She did, you guys. Marshall Hilton was on our show. Ron was in a movie with Gianni Capaldi, Gary Daniels, Louis Mandalore, who's the brother of Costas, who we met this
Costas.
weekend. Michael Pillay, who Ron knows, Randy Wayne, Ron worked with, and Dominique Swain is the only one I have never met her, but I know who she is, obviously.
Yeah,
and
well,
what-
she was on set for like 4 seconds.
Oh, okay. She's there for 4 seconds. Actually, I heard. I didn't. She doesn't always have the best press.
Jimmy, I'm shocked.
I speak only the highest, form for everybody.
That's good. So, what's the movie about? Is it a horror movie?
No, it's a sci-fi movie, and
Oh, I love sci-fi.
yeah, Gregory Crosby, who is a fantastic writer, and Asif Akbar wrote it, and yeah, it was great fun. We were in New Mexico for a couple of months shooting that in Roswell, and I'm like a
Go to
2000.
Roswell. What was it like in Roswell? I want to go to Roswell just because I think it'd be fun.
It was a bit creepy. We were there for a long time, and we got to kind of know the people there, and they are very, very into their, sci-fi and alien connection, which is cool because, I love that as well.
He loves it.
When I came here from Mars, we landed in Roswell at night, and
Yeah.
we ran off the spaceship so people wouldn't find us.
Right.
But they found the spaceship. That's how come they always write about Roswell and the spaceship. My father flew that spaceship, by the way.
Ron did a movie with Asif Akbar too.
Who?
Yeah.
He was the producer or
Who?
financier or something on
I
Ron's
did?
movie. Yes.
I don't remember. Which one was that?
Clown Road or whatever. Clown Clown Fear.
Clown Fear.
Ron's done a lot of clown movies.
A lot of clown. I mean, and you know what? In August, I'm shooting Clown Motel 3.
Oh, nice. I have some friends in
So,
that.
you know, I can't get out of those clown. I play a general in the army. Thank God I don't play one of the stupid clowns. But I got to get out of these clown movies.
I know. Get out of those shoes.
It's a bad reputation.
What's funny is one of my brothers actually went to Ringling Brothers College.
In Florida.
Yes, yeah. And he became
there.
a professional.
Sarasota.
He went from being an engineer, a big high stakes engineer, for Sony, and we owned $1 billion studio, and he tells my dad, "Oh, I'm gonna go be a clown," and goes off to clown college.
He's a clown.
So now is he having fun? No, he's just he went to clown college. Is he still a clown?
Oh, he's a clown.
He's a clown to me, but
I love it. I think it's terrific. So let's talk a little bit about music, because
Okay.
I know I've always known that you have worked a lot in music, and you have because I always see posts with different bands and stuff. But I didn't actually know you were a producer. I thought you were more of a manager, not actually you're producing the music. I wrote down that you won an LA Music Award, Lifetime Achievement Record Producer Award, and that you're a classically trained musician. What are you classically trained in?
Wow.
I am French horn, flute, piano, guitar, stuff like that.
You're a
Stuff like that. That's all. French horn,
Wait,
flute.
I have to show off.
Okay.
So you are a flautist.
A flautist, yes.
She's a flautist. See, I know some shit. Even though I'm from Brooklyn, I still know what a
I
flute is.
mean, not my main instrument. French horn is actually my main instrument.
French horn is an interesting instrument because it's an old instrument. Did you
is.
know it goes? Of course, you do know this, but it goes all the way back to the period of the French Renaissance.
Yes.
The chosen instrument by, I think, Louis and Marie Antoinette.
Yes.
So do you play instruments like on people's? Because you primarily produce rock music, right?
Oh no, I produce everything. Everything.
Classical.
Produced a really fun record. Well, more. I don't know if you can call it fun, but very interesting record for a gentleman called Dan Reed from the Dan Reed Network, and that was kind of world music and using Palestinian and Israeli musicians for the very first time in history on one record together. And,
Well, it went good there.
Yeah, it went good there, but it didn't go so good in the world. Did it?
yes, but that was our kind of our peace record, our project of hope. And I think if everybody had a little bit more hope and a little more peace in their heart, we wouldn't have these situations.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, 100%.
Your words should only go out to the world. Oh.
They are going to go out.
Meanwhile,
to the world.
I have to do the personal stuff because we have Snoopy people that watch, and they want to know, is she married? Does she have kids? Is she a dyke? Is she straight? Is she with? They all want to know that crap. So we'll start off with, are you married?
I am not married. I am not.
Oh, are you available?
I am available.
What kind of a man do you like?
I like all the men. No, all the women.
I love it. I think it's terrific.
So do you have children?
I do. I have two fabulous children, Jesse and Danny. Danny, you might know because she's also an actress and a super model.
And
And
her name is
Danny, what's your last name? Is
Yeah.
it your
same as yours?
Danny Shaka, SCIACCA.
And how about the boy? What does he do?
He's in music, of course.
Of course, they figure they follow you.
Yes, yes.
You got following both things. You got the actress model thing on one hand, and you got the musician thing. So
Okay,
it's
let's
both
get
of yours.
get back to the Yenta stuff.
Okay.
So if a guy calls you up,
Mhm.
says to you, what would you like to do this evening on our date? What would you say to him? Isn't that a stupid
Now
fucking
make it a
question?
first date.
That's the stupidest question in the world, but guess what? People love it. So what would be your first date with the tall, 6'2",
Somebody you think
well
super
built,
hot.
handsome hunk?
Yeah. I'm a bit of a nerd. I'm a lot of a nerd.
You
So,
nerd.
do
You're
off.
not a nerd.
Yes, she
I
is.
am. I really am. I'm-
I don't think you're a nerd because you don't look like a nerd. That's for sure.
So what would you like to do? What's a fun first date for you? I used to take everybody ice skating.
Ice skating is fun, but I have an injury at the moment, so I can't ice skate. So I love comic book stores.
Me too. Oh my gosh. I love comic book stores. We even have our own Funko Pop that we had made.
Yes.
We're
Funko is
we're also in a comic book. We have a comic
Yeah, we have
book.
2 comic books that we're
Two
in.
comic books out.
Yeah.
Now, excuse me, I have to pause this. Who did you take ice skating on
I
a
used
date?
to take everybody.
What's everybody? Since when did
That was when I
you
like.
dated everybody?
That was when I dated women back when I was 20 years old. Not like as an old person.
No, but you never took me
I didn't
ice
take you
skating.
ice skating. No.
'Cause
But
I'm an ice skater.
have you
That's-
ever been to the
I've
Funko?
ice skated, and my daughter also.
So we can go now. I love the ice skate.
No,
Well, I can't do
no.
anything because I have
No,
a
no,
bad
no.
knee.
At 83 years old, I'm not going on the ice. You gotta forget it. Oh, wonderful.
in a chair, and you can like push in the chair.
No, God
No, he
forbid.
would never do that.
No.
Once in a while, if we both are having trouble with our knees, we'll like get into little shopping carts and chase each other around the store.
No, God forbid you.
But wait.
if you fall on ice at 83, oh,
It
you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because ice is dangerous. People don't realize that.
Have you?
Wait. I want
Wait,
to
wait,
I want to
wait.
go there. It's good. It's good. When you see these wonderful skaters at the ice capades or whatever they have, and they're flying and throwing each other around, you think, oh, that's easy. I could do that. Yeah, like hell. Try it. But it's
Yeah.
scary because it's dangerous, and they are wonderful. Proceed now, Mr.
I want to
Starr.
know if you've been to the Funko Museum. Have you been there? I haven't been.
I was at Funko this past week. Yeah, no, I'm a total nerd. I'm telling you, I took one of my dear friends, Laura, to Funko for her first time and got her into collecting. And my son is a huge collector, like one of the biggest collectors of Funko. I'm a huge fan of everything they do.
Do you have a bunch of Funko? Like how many?
Reverse that. I'm not so crazy about this new gold series. I don't know how you feel about it.
Oh,
The what?
I don't
gold-
like it.
like
What's
it.
it called?
It's a different. type of
Explain to
Funko.
us. We're not Funko people.
Everybody, you're just not, but everybody else is.
No, everybody is. I don't know any of my friends my age that even know what Funko
Oh, well, your
is.
age not, but I actually made my TikTok called "This Is Jimmy Starr," and it's all about my collectible. Like I have because I collect action figures. I have everybody who's ever been on our show. Do you have an action figure from any of your films?
I had one back in the day, but I think that's like long gone.
I always
But
go.
it's
I always
worth,
go
it's
looking
worth a
for
lot
them.
of money.
Yeah, I always go
If
looking
your
for them.
action figure is from the day,
Yeah.
it's gotta be, so do you have one of yourself?
I have nothing of myself. I don't really keep anything of myself. Sometimes fans will send me things to sign, and
I mean,
and I'll take a picture of it and go, "Oh, that's cool."
What about wait? So do you collect Funko Pops or not?
I do. I collect Funko. I've been a collector for a very long time. I owned at one time the second largest Elvis Presley collection in the world.
Oh, wow.
wow, second
But,
one. Oh,
yeah.
You sold it.
Wow.
We had 4,000 square feet of Elvis
Are
Presley.
you serious?
Pardon me?
You have 4,000 square
my
feet
gosh,
of
wait.
Elvis Presley?
Yeah.
Wait, so do you watch? So Sunday nights, I love to watch on MeTV Collector's Call. Do you ever watch Collector's Call?
I haven't seen that. I'll have to watch that.
So it's hosted by the girl from Facts of Life, whatever her name is, Blair from Facts of Life. But anyway, they go around to the biggest collections of action figures and like one lady had the biggest Dolly Parton, thing. I didn't give a shit about that one. I like the action figure ones. But how many Funko Pops do you think you have?
I probably have a few hundred, and my son probably has thousands.
You're
No.
serious?
I have like
I think
200.
you're all insane.
I have about 200 of them, and I have about 20 of them that are like autographed by like huge people, like Charlize Theron and like fucking Aquaman and all of these different kinds of things. And then
This is
and then
obsessive.
I have 3 of me and 2 of him that we had made.
But this
But
is
we've never been to the museum though, and that's why I wear the big red glasses because I made my Funko Pop had big red glasses. And I even took the image and had it embroidered on T-shirts and everything because I'm like a super geek.
Do you go to Funko Fun Days?
I've never been. I want to go. I've never been.
We have to go together.
Oh, I would love to go. That would be the coolest thing ever.
You two go. I'll stay home.
The only
I love it. You would love it. It's so
like
much
it.
fun.
The only thing I don't like is like I'm not really into the whole like Funko soda and all that, all the other little. And now they got the little mini itty bitty pops or whatever. I'm not really doing those kinds of things. I really like the traditional ones, and then some of the big ones. I have the 18-inch. I have the 18-inch Batman and Harry Potter.
Yeah, those.
I still can't get over her 4,000 square feet of Elvis Presley. We hated Elvis Presley.
I mean, I
We hated him. All the guys hated him. In Brooklyn and Queens, where I lived in both
They were all
places.
jealous because Elvis was
No,
getting
we
laid.
weren't jealous. We all said he was a faggot because he had dyed jet black hair. And on his album, he had more makeup than Marilyn Monroe, and he had eyeliner and mascara. And we just looked at him. We said, he's a big sissy. He's a fruit. So none of us liked him. So you know what we did? I dyed my hair black.
right.
I wore it like that. I had my
So wait.
collar up.
When is Funko? When does Funko? When do they do Funko Days?
They do that during the San Diego Comic Con.
If we're still here, like I totally want to do that. Like that's the coolest thing ever.
You
It's
think?
fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do it in New York somewhere.
Well, the Funko only has 2 museums, and the other one's not in New York. I don't know
In
where
New
it
York,
is,
they
but
have
it's
a
not in New York.
Funko Pop Museum where you go for target practice.
No, he's joking. All right, so let's go back. So I think that all that shit's super cool. So who? Because I went on a record label. Do you work with a record label?
I do.
I forgot the name of it, but I saw like all these like it looked like heavy metalish or really like hardcore rock bands. That's why I just assumed you produced rock music.
No, I mean, I produce, what I enjoy and what I think the world is going to enjoy, and that they have some sort of a positive message.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
What's the message your shirt is saying? Let's see that.
SAG strike.
Let's see. I have to push
On
it.
strike. Yeah.
Yay! Solidarity! Solidarity! Yay! 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 Yay!
I like
Fran was on our show.
I
And
love Fran. Oh, I could eat her.
Fran thought it was a radio show. So she came out of a shower with her hair soaking wet, no makeup, in a white terry cloth robe, and she's sitting there. And then somebody told her, Fran, it's a television show. Oh, shit, she said. I just got to. But we did the show anyway. But she's a lot of fun.
Oh, she's fantastic.
She came from one town away from me. We both grew up in the same neighborhood. I knew Flushing well. I used to date a lot of girls in Flushing because they were mostly Jewish girls. And the Italian guys used to say the Jewish girls love to give head. So let's go to, it was a rumor. It never happened. But that was supposed to be the thing. All Jewish girls give head. So all the Italian guys got in their cars and went to Flushing. But Fran is a tough broad. Don't let me kid you. When you see the nanny, she's a flighty broad. Oh, no. Fran is very intelligent, very strong, and very with it. She's going to make it happen. I'm behind her all the way, 100%.
100%. 100%. She is the best person to lead us through this horrible storm. And I've been acting since I'm 7, and a lifetime union member in 4 unions, and I have so much respect for her, what she's doing, and it's time. It's enough of this already. I have a stack of checks for 82 cents, and
How
how do we live? And and it hits us in every category, as a musician, as a producer, as a writer, and all of me is being taken, and just
Max, what I'm most upset about, and it's going to happen whether we like it or not, is image theft.
100%.
I think that is horrific that they can use your image in a movie and give you no credit or money for it. They have this way with the CGI with computers. However the fuck they do. I don't know what they do, those morons. But they take your image and they make you happen in a movie. So therefore, you will never need an actor again. So if you're dead, like Rudolph Valentino, they'll take his image and put him in a movie today.
Right.
I think it's wrong because the one thing that we actors fight for is our identity. It's always being stolen by somebody. There's always somebody out there that wants to copy you, copy your way you're acting or something.
Yes.
Here they want to copy your fucking image, you.
Right.
And I say to Franola, I call her, Franola, let's go. Let's
Yeah.
not let this happen. I will never go to work again if this happens.
Well, and they're also making so much money. I mean, it's sickening that the people from, I think it was Paramount or something, they made like $1 billion or something a year or something. I mean, some ungodly amount of money.
We're going to their party tomorrow night.
Oh, well,
You know what the problem is? Like for the general public that doesn't really understand what it is that we're dealing with, they too are having their image stolen from them every day. Every time you go to the bank or drive your car or pick up your phone, they are capturing your image. And we no longer own ourselves. So,
Nope.
and it's been happening for years. When I was with Playboy, my ex-husband and I were walking down Hollywood Boulevard going to Mann's for a movie, and we look up and there is a giant towel with my image on it. And I'm like,
How
I
big
have
is
a
that?
single piece of that. And then on our
they sold like thousands of them.
thousands of them. And at one time I was dating Playgirls Man of the Year, Phil Baroni, and we were in a car wash and he's like laughing at me because I was on an air freshener, and we turned the little air freshener around and he was on the other side. There was one of him as well. And it was hysterical and agonizing because we don't make any money off of that. You know?
The money is not even the really main. That's part of the issue. To me, it's the audacity,
Mm-hmm.
the nerve, the balls.
Right.
You know, I would pay to put a hit on them all, seriously, because it's wrong. We
Right,
break
but
our
not taking the
how hard did you work to be who you are today?
Very
How hard?
very
I
hard.
busted my ass since
Hard.
19 years old till now. I'm still trying to make it as an actor.
Right.
64 fucking years I'm working my ass off. And now you want to steal my image?
Right.
I wish they would steal my image. It would be a compliment. But they wouldn't even bother with me. They say, oh, her, get rid of that fruit. But
It's
no,
maddening. It's maddening.
Terrible.
it's terrible.
But it's happening to everybody. So
Yes.
they're taking the general public now and they're taking their image and putting that in movies. And it's not even they're not extras.
They don't even have any idea that it's going
Max,
They have
Max,
no idea. And they go, wait a minute.
Max.
Happening every day.
I stick my neck out. You know why I stick my neck out? Because communism is taking over our country. This is a communistic move. The communists control the people. I have a very good friend of mine who had a radio show in Russia. She's been on our show. And she had to leave Russia because they threatened her because of her, not politics, but just some of the things she said. So I said to her, honey, is it really that bad or is it all propaganda? She said, Ron, you would not believe what it's like. Government car, government apartment, government food, government control, government dentist, government doc. Everything is the government, the government. We are no longer human beings. We are simply the populace of the communists. And I think that's what they're doing by stealing our image. That's a communist move. I don't give a shit what anybody tells me.
Agreed.
I think it's terrible.
It is. It's I'm going to write that to Fran.
So
Next time I talk to her, I'm going to tell her that.
do you what are you hearing of as far as like I don't know how anything went yesterday because I didn't see anything, but like what are you like hearing in general? Like, or is there a when are the rumors of when you think this might end?
Nobody knows.
I don't see an ending in clear sight right now. Unfortunately, we're so far away from any agreement. We're lucky that they came back to the table at all. You know, all four of them. But it's
Just the things that they say, like that, that they don't care if people lose their houses and like all the terrible things. I mean, that is just that's despicable. I think it's terrible, and it's not like they have to give up that much. I mean, like you make $1 billion, so you give away 100 million of it. You still got 9.
We're looking for 1%,
Which is nothing. It's nothing. It's like no money at all.
When
hardly.
you're talking about trillions or billions of dollars, it's nothing. My nephew wrote a wonderful movie that was out. I wonder if I should tell it.
No.
I won't give the name, but then you know who he is.
Also, you can't know. Then you can't talk.
Oh, and I can't do that anyway because I won't go against the union. Anyway, my nephew was in the middle of a television show, beautiful show about a tranny kid and the family, and it's a wonderful, wonderful script and story. Well, they shut it down because of the strike, and now he doesn't think it's ever going to come back. So look at the loss. It's not even the loss of money we're talking about, but it's the loss of talent, the loss of good writing, the loss of good acting.
Right.
I don't know what the people out there are going to do when they're going to have to see the same movie over and over again 1,000 times. Because
I have 6 shows on the chopping block right now, six television shows and 2 films. All were up, and now everything's pulled back, and I can't do it.
I have about 6 or 8 movies all in a line waiting. All right.
I had 3 of them.
I star in 2 of them.
And
Starring
3
me.
of them are funded. 3 of them, well, they were funded before. I'm not sure exactly now if they're still, because people don't want to give you the money.
That's
and wait.
why I hold up banks, because we have to eat. We have not worked since COVID till strike. You know how long that is?
Yes.
Strike.
Yeah, she knows how long it is because she's doing the same thing.
Good thing I know how to knock over banks. Otherwise,
it's a good thing that you're a music producer, also, though.
But it affects music as well. It really does. We're fighting for streaming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, it affects me as a publicist.
That's another story.
It affects me as a publicist because
we could
people
do an
aren't
hour
making
on
any
streaming
money to pay me. So it's hard to find clients because nobody can promote anything because they don't have any money, even if they're in.
Mostly, this affects union films, non-union productions. They're out there making movies like crazy now.
Sure.
But what is that thing? I was talking to that cowboy guy, the old guy. Whatever his name was, and he said, "I said, are you working?" He said, "All the time." I said, "How could you be?"
Oh,
working?
Al Burke.
Al Burke.
Yeah, that's because he does a lot of non-union stuff, though.
But no, he said he was. What is it called when you work for both? You can work for a union. You can't. There's a name for it. I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's a.
What is it called?
Now that you say it,
brain dead next to me.
Now that you say,
you know what I mean? Where the union says you're allowed to work.
You take a leave from the union.
Or also, though,
there's a word. There's a new thing they did.
It's not new. It's been around for years.
Well, everybody's working now that way.
A lot of people are working that way. I forgot what it's called now.
But I'm in all union movies.
Yes, me too.
So I'm screwed.
So I have a question for you. Going back. So first of all, I think it's funny that you were a cheerleader in Porky's because when I was in high school, I actually worked at a movie theater my senior year of high school, and it was a single movie theater. So a movie back then, stayed in the theater for months. And so I've seen Porky's like 8,000 times because I actually worked at the movie theater that was there, and that was a big deal. So you would have been you would have been in high school when you did that too.
I was.
But that's the funniest movie. It's such a fun movie.
During that time.
He's cute when he talks.
And then the other thing that I think, so one of my favorite 80s, I think it's from the 80s movies is Vision Quest. Vision Quest is one of the greatest movies ever made in the 80s. I'm a big 80s fan. And so when you say that you were the body double, were you the body double for Linda Fiorentino?
I was.
So tell us what that means. Tell us a little bit what that means, because you guys, if you don't know Vision Quest, it was Matthew Modine, and he was trying to lose weight to wrestle this certain guy, Shoots, I think his name. Anyway, I forgot what it was. It has the best soundtrack ever. Madonna and all these fabulous people are on the soundtrack, and it is a great, great movie. And Matthew Modine's best friend is the guy who plays. I forgot his name. He doesn't act anymore, but he's the guy who was 16 Candles. He's the love interest in 16 Candles, and now he makes furniture. I've always tried to find him, but you can't find him anyway. The really cute guy. But anyway, tell us a little bit about that, because I think that's the coolest thing ever, and our audience, everybody's got to know that movie.
Well, I don't know if people, well, probably most of my fans know this, that I also do stunts, and have been doing stunts pretty much my whole life. For this, I did everything that Linda, where you see Linda naked or in a robe or in silhouette or in the doorway, that's all me.
I
So you
love
did
it.
you did nudes?
I did all of her body work. So anything where you see her body, that's not her body.
TV movie, so it's not like she's like naked.
I told
I love scenes with
Yeah.
you.
I
And
told my producer, I said I would be willing to do a nude scene, but be careful because people may trip over it.
Yeah. Actually, that's not that far from the truth. Okay.
Shut up.
No, I think. Did you have fun? I mean, you must have had such a good time in the '80s. I mean, I'm sure you have a good time now, but the '80s, for me, the '80s is like, Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club, 16 Candles,
Revenge of the Nerds.
anything John Hughes. That is
Right.
just like my era of things that I love so much. I get so excited, when we bring those people on the show. Anybody who's been in any of those,
I was
things.
I was really, really blessed in the 80s. My training ground was Miami Vice. I was on that for 4 years. I played a different character every single week. So, here's a hilarious little bit of information. I was doing a Comic-Con and I'm sitting there and my dear friend, Amanda Hall, was sitting next to me and she says, "Oh, these guys want to talk to you and they're very nervous." And they came over and they started talking to me and they said, "We almost got kicked out of our fraternity because of you." I'm like, "I'm so sorry. What did I do?" And they said, "There's a Miami Vice Max Wassa drinking game where every time you come on screen, we do a shot." And you were on screen so much that we almost lost our fraternity rights because
everybody got so drunk. That's hilarious.
I was like, I had no idea. And then they had the balls to ask me to come to NYU and come to their fraternity and do the drinking game with them. I said, "Are you out of your mind? I'm not going to drink with a bunch of frat guys. Are you crazy?"
I think that's fun though. You gotta love it.
What would you like to do with yourself on the screen? Tell the truth. Something that you really have in the back of your head that you wish that a producer would say, "Max, go do it." What would it be? Come on.
Right. I would love to play parts like Ratchet, those really deeper emotional parts, something, where I'm not a lawyer or naked. That would be fantastic. It's so funny. I work a lot with John Landis and Kevin Bright back in the day. And John would always tease me. It's like, "Okay, what script did you get this week?" And he's like, "How many shower scenes do you have?" I'm like, I would like something without a shower scene.
Exactly.
Such a big deal, though, John Landis.
My thing is, I've never cried on TV, on stage, or in a movie. And I want to cry before I die. So I told the producer of this movie, what is it called now?
Death Realm.
Death Realm. They changed the title. I'm told that my son is dead. Now, can I not just have a reaction like they do? Can I please cry? And they said, "Well, we'll see what it looks like." Now, if somebody, I have 2 daughters. God forbid, don't even want to say it, but if somebody told me one of my children died, what would you do, Max? God forbid now. God forbid, God forbid. But if that news was told to you, what would be your reaction?
Oh, I would cry in a
second, right? So I don't understand why these fucking movie makers, writers don't get it.
They're gonna let you cry though.
It's not in the script.
It's not in the script, but they're gonna let you cry.
Script, I do. Tell me my son just died.
Your son just died. He's going to be able to do it because I'm producing.
No, I could cry, but I mean, what kind of reaction?
Well, first off, you don't follow the script.
No, I never do. That's why they hate me.
you know, that's what we as actors have to take on, is we have to become this character. So whatever
absolutely.
the character is dealing with, you need to emotionally deal with yourself. And if that's crying, then the director, the producer, and the lighting guy are going to have to deal with it. And they're going to have to keep fixing your face for every take, or
But
just
you know what you do? Listen, I was in a movie where I played a New York mobster, mafia tough guy, which I play very well because I don't even need to have an accent. I have it normally. So the line was, I don't remember it, but I'm going to use a fake line. Something like, I'm a gangster. And I say, get over here. What are you doing? Because if you don't, I'm going to hurt you. And I said to the people, I said, listen, that's not how we spoke in Brooklyn. They said, well, you're not in Brooklyn. You're in Hollywood. I said, I know, but that's not right. It makes me look stupid. And my Brooklyn friends and New York people are going to say, what the fuck happened to him? Can we change it? And they said, well, what do you want to change it to? And I said, well, like Brooklyn talk. They said, well, what's that? Well, now I'll make up another one. Well, get over here before I knock you right in your face. You know, that's how it goes. Well, they shot it. The director came running over to me screaming, more, I want more of that, more. So I said to myself, you fucking idiot. You know, you gave me such a hard time on set. Made me look like a prima donna where everybody was tapping their foot saying, oh, hey, Russell's gone again. You know, oh, he's changing lines again. Sometimes we as the actor know exactly what we want to make the character, and it's right. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, pretty much any director that works with me knows that I'm going to go off script anyway, because that's what I do. You know,
Good.
when I walk on to set, I'm that character, and I don't break from that character.
You know, neither do I. Now, for television, you know, you're not allowed to go off script. It has to be verbatim. You cannot say on television.
Well, ask her. That's your experience. Ask her what her
how about
experience
you?
is.
Did you have that experience?
You know, it's to a point. There's pink pages and blue pages, and you know, I just look at them and go, but yesterday it was on the blue page.
So you could do that though, because you're gorgeous.
Yeah, and you're a girl. If I said yesterday it's on the blue page, they'd say, get the fuck off the set. So, you know.
Wait, I have a question for you though.
Unless, of course, the producer's gay, then I get away with murder.
But the main thing is that you just want the best for the scene.
Right.
Film, for the film.
You know, and they're not going to get mad at you when they look at the dailies and go, damn, that was really friggin' good. You know, that's
to get to the dailies, what you got to go through, you're called a troublemaker, a prima donna, a star fucker, whatever you call it, all kinds of horrible things. Question to you. You're in a movie starring, and a bunch of people paid to get in that film who are not actors. And you are in a scene with a non-professional actor, and you're knocking out a dynamite performance, and the actor is saying, okay, I will now shoot you. What do you think of that bullshit?
I don't do those movies.
There you go. Good.
But they are now happening in all.
They are happening all over the place.
Even big movies. My uncle, my aunt, my nephew, my cousin, my ex-trick, they're all in a movie because of nepotism or friendship.
I mean, in rehearsal, you want to help whoever you're doing this.
Rehearsal? What is that? what did she say?
In the indie films that he's done a few lately, they don't do rehearsals.
What does that mean, Max? What does rehearsal mean, Max?
Wait, in blocking? Okay, we'll use blocking.
I don't understand that word, blocking, Max.
He understands it. He just doesn't get to hear it very often lately.
Marks.
He will in the new one. He will in the new movie.
What's a mark? What's a mark? I was on a film and I said to my director, where's my marks? He said, you don't have any. I said, what do you mean? I'll be out of focus. He said, no, you want. The camera follows you. I said, by the way, where's the camera? He said, up there. He said, I thought it was a security camera.
Oh, God. Oh,
Because you've done
So
some.
wait a
You
minute.
have
Wait,
some,
no, let's
some
go
movies
back.
that
Wait,
aren't like.
So you rehearse?
I mean, usually we have at least one rehearsal. So,
No, I love it.
but that is a good point. And, you know, there are a lot of people doing these films where people are buying in and they are not actors. So, you know, the best advice we can be as professional actors is to try to bring them up as best as
Oh,
we can.
come
And
on.
if you're doing something, you know,
We're going to do a premiere
No,
on
wait, quiet,
Thursday.
hold. Max, how many years are you in the business? You're
wait,
gonna bring somebody up
50,
to your level
50.
in 5 minutes? What are you, out of your mind? You're nuts.
you know, you
You
just
couldn't possibly bring anybody up to your level. It would take as many years as you're in the business. I'm in the business 64 years. You think I'm going to worry about some schmuck that paid $5,000 to get in the movie to bring?
but the thing is, they're going to bring your scene down. So
You know what?
He doesn't do them. He doesn't. We don't do it.
I don't do those.
We don't do them
movies.
either. We're just
oh,
like
I don't
you.
do them either.
We don't do them.
I stopped. Listen, I retired because of my age, and Jimmy said, "You're stupid. You're still good. Come back in the business." So I'm new in the business. You know, nobody knows me. I'm out of it 20 years. I was on TV in the 60s, 50s, a long time ago. So I said to Jimmy, "Okay." When I came in the business, I was in these shitteroos. I first day on the set, I was a wreck. I said, Jimmy, where's the cameras? Where's the lighting?
He's used to big cameras, not like these little things that look like
No.
telephones.
have you ever seen a movie set of 1965 in a movie? We had cameras the size of Volkswagens. We had 100 people running around. We had moppers. They don't even know what a mopper is. I asked them in one film, I said, "Can I get a mopper?" They don't know what it is. A mopper is the guy that comes and blots your face when you sweat. So many things have changed from the days of really making movies. So here I am in this world that I don't understand. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Wait, I want to ask a question.
How do you feel about the changing times of film?
Oh yeah, because you've lived through it.
Yeah, because she started at 7 years old, so she ain't no kid. You know, she's right there not with me, but with me in thinking.
yeah, it's been a interesting experience in my career, going from the different levels. You know, starting. My very first film was a horror film, and then, you know, straight into TV, and then from TV into more film. And it's funny because, like, my agents, which I have a few, yell at me all the time because I don't have a reel. I don't have like
Kidding.
no.
Well, you work and you don't have a reel?
You don't know who I am, then don't book me. Like.
No, that's
No,
not the
I think
point.
that's okay. Wait, no, let us finish. I want to talk to you here.
Wait, a reel is something that you will enjoy when you're 83.
Yeah, but I don't care. I don't care to see.
You will care. You
My-
will care. You
Okay,
will
go
care.
ahead. Wait.
Jane Russell, you know who she is, Jane Russell? My best friend. We were buddies. We hung out. And I said to her one day, Jane, how do you feel about getting old and not looking like you did when you were young? And she turned around and she said, what the hell do you think, Ron? So this is going to be, you're not going to
Well,
look
you have
like
pictures of everything, and you probably
No,
have
no,
the
it's
actual
not the
movie.
same.
You have
Not
the
the
same movie. You probably have copies of your movies, right?
just the other day. I was
Wait, hang on. Let her answer.
Oh, I can't. You're bewildering me with your stupidity.
It's not stupidity. Do you keep copies of all? He doesn't keep copies of his. He doesn't want them. I always go try to buy them. He's like, no, don't buy it.
No, I have some, you know, because I do a lot of those autograph shows.
Right.
And
Oh, you
so-
have to have them because you can sell them.
right. But I mean, there's things I don't even remember ever even doing. And, you know, people will come up to me at a show and they'll get very upset because they want to do the dialogue back to you and they want you to, do the dialogue with them. And I'm like, was I in that? I don't even remember being like,
What was your first horror movie?
It's
What was your
true.
first horror movie?
oh, the Ice Cream Man.
No,
That's
I don't
a
think I
good
saw- I don't
title.
think I saw. That's a good title, actually, though. I do like it. Okay, so here's a hypothetical for you. And I know we didn't ask this the first time you were on because I never did it. So, hypothetical 3-part question. Number one is if you could have ever been in any movie ever made in history, what movie would you have liked to have been in? And then the second part to it, male and female bucket list actors, living or dead, that you would like to work with, would have liked to work with.
I would have loved to have been in a few movies.
Give us a few. Okay, go ahead. Wait, say it again because I didn't hear him. He's coughing.
I would have loved to have been in Cleopatra.
Oh, wow.
Really? Now
Yeah.
tell me why. That's interesting.
Well, I'm an Egyptian girl, so I'm
I believe that I was a
half Egyptian, and
Is that the one with the
Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor? He knew Elizabeth Taylor.
yeah.
Yeah,
She was far from Cleopatra in person. Trust me. Far,
I-
That's a good one. What do you think of the fact that they wanted to remake it with Angelina Jolie?
I think they should not do it with her, but do it with me.
Okay, I think so too. Okay, good.
I think they should do it with me and Drake. So screw all of it. No, seriously. I feel that I was an Egyptian. I lived in ancient Egypt. Jimmy knows that. Do you feel that? Do you feel Cleopatra?
Well, I do because she runs through my veins. So
You feel that you have a presence towards her.
yes, definitely. Definitely.
Okay, so male and female actors that you haven't worked with. And if there's another movie, you can give us another one.
Well, besides the two of you,
Okay.
Oh, you're smart. Excuse me.
there's so many fantastic actors. I've been really blessed that I've gotten the chance to work with so many different ones, especially on Miami Vice and on Dream On. Our cast always was changing, so that was a great experience of meeting and working with a lot of different kind of actors. I would love to work with some of the older classic actors.
Who I probably knew.
Dench. I would love.
Oh,
I
Judy
love Judi
Dench.
Dench.
We adore Judy Dench.
Yeah.
Helen Mirren.
Adore Helen Mirren.
Yes,
Who I
Mirren,
want to work with?
Kate
And
Blanchett.
Yes. Jet.
I have the word out that I want to work with, and it's all over England now. Michelle Dockery.
Dockery.
Have you any idea who she is?
Yes,
She's
fantastic.
not the most
Abby.
brilliant actress in the world. I adore
Did
her.
you see her TV show that only lasted 2 seasons and it was called
Good Behavior?
Good Behavior on TNT, where she's she's not like Mary from Downton Abbey. Now she's like a
She's the
hooker,
opposite.
thief, drug addict. And she was the best. It's a great.
And
We
she-
just binged the whole series
and
again the
she
other day.
does an American accent, and at sometimes she plays a Southern American actress. She's a brilliant actress. I must work with Michelle Dockery. So Michelle, anybody in England, because England's watching us right now, if anybody knows her, get the message to her that we will get a script for her that she will adore, just so that I work with her. I really do.
What
mean
about
that.
because you worked with almost every major horror movie actor? Oh wait, you didn't give us a guy. So guy actors.
Guy would probably. Oh man.
Don't say Brad Pitt.
Well, I'd like to work under Brad Pitt.
What is it about Brad Pitt? I think he's nothing.
Yes.
Seriously, I would never ball him. He's not my type.
He's just delicious.
Everybody thinks so.
He's
I
like,
don't think
he's like
so
a
either,
little
but-
runty blonde.
I mean, I'm going to be doing a movie with him, so I think he's
I
great.
better shut my ass because I'm in that movie with Brad. So
Actually, when
Brad
we
is
cast for that,
wonderful.
like I will.
Well, see, arrange that so that I could.
I will arrange that. I will
so you
arrange
could
that.
get under him.
I will arrange that because I'm doing another movie first.
I
Death
forgot,
Realm.
Brad.
I'm
We love you.
producing
You're
it.
gorgeous.
I'm
You're
producing
wonderful.
a movie called Death Realm, and we're supposed to start. We've already got the money, so as soon as the strike is over, and then the next
Brad's
one
not
after
in
that
that
is supposed to be a really big budget movie with Brad.
Right.
Yeah, I would love to work.
And I will see.
So I'll let
we
you know
haven't
what
had
he's like.
contact with you, but like I would love to work with you on some stuff. I'm producing all kinds of films. I don't act because I suck. But I'm popular in social media. So he does the acting, I do the producing and casting, and I do all kinds of stuff. So we will work together on something, and I'll see if I can.
I
bring
have
you
to
in.
say something. Sophia Loren has not died.
Oh, that was a.
I was
so-
watching TV and a thing came in that Sophia Loren died, and I went hysterical because I made a movie with her. I know that woman. She's a lovely, lovely human being. And it's a rumor. It's
The
a
celebrity
lie.
death hoax.
It's so if you watch YouTube and they say Sophia Loren died 20 minutes ago, it is bullshit. She is fine. She is living in Switzerland. She's very much alive. God bless you, Sophia. Tanti baci.
So who are some? Oh, go ahead.
Thea once said to me, she said, Max, in this voice, Max, always wear mascara.
Who said that?
Sophia told me.
Oh, Sophia told you.
Always wear mascara.
Yeah. You know what she told me? I was speaking Italian to her. She said, "Your Italian is as bad as my English." But we managed to get between Italian and English. This is back in 1959 when she first came to this country. We were in a movie together with Ted Punter called That Kind of Woman. So I was, of course, up her ass like a suppository because I'm madly in love with Sophia Loren. I have been for all these years.
How can you not?
You know what? She is a delightful, lovely, down-to-earth Italian lady.
Yes.
I love Sophia.
So you guys can follow Max on Instagram. She's Max Wassa Official. Do you have an actual website or no?
I do.
What's the
MaxWasaOfficial.com.
Oh, there we go. That was easy. So MaxWassaOfficial.com, you guys. Check out all her different things.
Before you go, tell us, how did you meet Sophia?
I met her through Donna Summer.
Oh my gosh, I love Donna Summer.
Donna Summer, remember her?
Yeah.
Bad girl talking about those bad.
So you've always worked in music at the same time as you were working in film, because Donna Summer, that would put you back a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was really tight with her family.
It's my last chance for romance tonight.
Yeah.
I used to love it. I used to go to Studio 54, and they'd play that around 4 a.m. for those that wanted to go home.
Right.
But everybody was so stoned they didn't even know what time it was. They didn't. No, everybody was loaded beyond belief.
As well.
All right, you guys.
Did you ever go to Studio 54?
I did. Back
Isn't
in
it fabulous? I
Yeah.
loved it.
when I was modeling in New York, I used to go all the time.
You had to be a babe when you went, a young girl.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I love Studio. It was fun.
So you guys check out all of Max's stuff. Check out Max Wassa Official on Instagram. Her website is maxwassaofficial.com. She's fabulous. We'll have more pictures with her because we're going to do some stuff with her in the future. And we want to thank you for coming on. It was so great seeing you, physically hugging you on Saturday night. It was a blast. And so we'll see you soon. And if anything cool comes up, let us know. We'll bring you back.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Love seeing you.
Stay well, Max. Stay well. You're a terrific guy.
You too. And support the Shrek.
Absolutely,
And
100%.
thank you for giving us a good show.
Yeah, everybody loved you in the chat room. They loved you.
You're
so
a
it's
good
great.
guest. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for a good show.
All right, you guys.
This is
That's Max
to you.
Wassa. We're going to take a
Bye-bye,
really
honey.
quick music break and play 10 sharp lines on your face. Actually, no, instead of that, since Halloween is coming up, we'll play the trailer for Clown Motel 2 because Ron's in the film.
But wait a minute. Are we going to have a Halloween show next week?
No, because next week it'll be our show's on in November. This is we didn't do a Halloween show.
No, I mean, are we going to have one
No.
next Wednesday? Are we doing
No,
Halloween?
it'll be in November.
Oh, it's going to be. Oh, so today should have been.
Yeah, it should have been, but I didn't think about it. So.
Oh, shoot.
So that's in the vein of Halloween. Before we bring on our next guest, you guys, here's the trailer for Clown Motel 2. And when we come back, we'll be with our next guest, Fred North. Enjoy.
It's been 6 months. Why didn't you find me yet? Where are you, Joe?
We are looking for Sergeant Kelly.
Yeah. It's me, General Milan. Just received new information on Brooke.
So we got a team?
The best.
I feel an entity has entered.
Okay, squad, the outside perimeter is clear.
You have lost me 3 souls. Bring me back those souls while we find the cure.
What kind of sick society wants a human sacrifice?
If we can connect to base, we should be able to see what's going on.
bring me a pure soul tonight.
We lost it.
It's time to kill! 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 All hail, angel of darkness!
Let the transformation begin.
You said the rebirth of their world is every 50 years. And it's 50.
You humans, you don't understand our world. Bye-bye!
The clowns will rise in blood tonight!
Shitty day, clown. Fuck, got stranded on the side of the road, got waterboarded. Sergeant Slaughter shows up and he's like, hey, did you bang my wife? Well, you fucking right, I banged your wife.
Hey, what's up, you guys? So real quick, too, please follow me on my Instagram and TikTok. It's This Is Jimmy Star on Instagram. I changed it to This Is Jimmy Star, so we have to change it on there, Juan. But anyway, This Is Jimmy Star on Instagram and TikTok, and please follow. And now we're going to bring on our next guest. So let's bring him in. Let's see if we can hear him. Hello, Fred. How are you?
Hi. Thank you.
Oh, we can hear you really well. All right, perfect. Are you on a phone or a computer?
A computer.
Can you like switch the screen a little bit so we don't lose the top of your head? There you go. Perfect. That's fine. We don't want you to be cut off. All right, let me do a great introduction here, you guys. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Motion picture helicopter pilot, aerial coordinator, stunt helicopter pilot, film. Oh, what did I write down? Film pilot with over 200 film credits. Hello, Fred Norton. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. Glad to be with you guys.
Absolutely.
Good.
So this is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Ron Russell.
Hiya. Got a lot of stuff to ask you. A lot of stuff.
Good.
First of all, we have a chat room filling up with people, so say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Guys.
First of all, we have a good friend who also is a helicopter movie.
We do?
Pilots.
Yeah, what's her name? From up in High Desert.
He's not a movie. He's a helicopter pilot, but not for movies.
Yes, he has.
No, he's not.
Anyway,
he's a helicopter pilot, but not for movies.
Yes, he has, but Jimmy doesn't know. We won't even go there.
Anyway.
But anyway, it's frightening because helicopters don't always stay up in the air.
Well, it's a misconception because 99% of helicopter accidents are pilot error and 1% is mechanical. So the problem is not the helicopter, it's the pilot.
When I was in England with my daughter, we went in a helicopter at Gatwick Airport and we went to Heathrow. Boy, oh boy, was that an experience. No, beautiful. The estates you see when you're flying, because it's slow. A helicopter goes slow. And I have taken a helicopter in New York City.
It's an amazing platform.
Is that not the most magnificent thing to see Manhattan at night in a helicopter?
1,000%.
We were going to Atlanta. We had just come back from Atlantic City in a helicopter.
So real quick, everybody,
I love helicopters.
I've never been on one, but I'm afraid of heights, so I probably wouldn't be good.
No, Jimmy, it goes so slow and smooth. You don't even know you're up in the air.
So,
Jimmy, you won't be afraid of height because you're not physically on the ground.
That's true.
Right.
I'm not afraid in planes. I can fly in planes, but sometimes the turbulence gets my stomach. But hang on, let me do a little bragging first of all. So the reason you guys, we brought Fred North on here is because he's an expert in aerial cinematography. He just wrote a book, which we're going to be talking about, called Flying Sideways, the story of the world's most famous stunt pilot. In the book, he has endorsements from Michael Bay, Sean Levy, Charlize Theron. And you guys, when I say like aerial cinematography, not like on some little shitty movie. Like he's like on the biggest movies ever, you guys. He's on the Fast and Furious series, Transformers, Bad Boys, Guardians of the Galaxy, Gladiator, which I have a friend who was the Gladiator in that. The Incredible Hulk, Inception, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, The Last Airbender, Kong Skull Island, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, Pacific Rim, X-Men, The Last Stand, James Bond, Spectre, Mission Impossible. He's licensed to fly a helicopter in 65 countries, and he has the world record for altitude in a helicopter at 42,500 feet, which I guess that's really high.
You bet it's high.
And he's born in Tunisia, you guys. So what is
Tunisia?
He's
Tunisian.
So what is your accent? Is French? You sound French.
Yeah, it's French. Yeah, I'm French.
I don't know where I don't exactly know where Tunisia
and
is.
you graduated 6th in your class.
Doesn't make any difference. It doesn't mean I have to know where something
Tunisia
is.
is North Africa.
Okay, Tunisia's in Africa, first of all. It's not in France.
No, I know that, but they speak. You're telling me about geography. They speak French.
Yeah.
First question, and I'm curious about this. Is the director in the helicopter with you telling you how to shoot?
No, in general, they're not. No.
So how do you get the right shot?
We just know, we understand what the shots are, and then we giving that to the director. He's not with us because it's difficult for the director to be with us because for multiple reasons. First of all, he can be afraid of what we're going to be doing, the stunts we're going to be doing, and you don't want anything to compromise his creativity in a sense. So like you guys are sitting in a couch, and then I can send the image that I'm filming from the helicopter to you, and then you can talk to me through a radio and tell me, Fred, go left, go right, but at least you know.
It directs you from the ground via radio.
In fact, they have that feature, but it's very rare that they're using it. The way we are doing our business is, let's say you're directing a show and you said, Fred, I need you to shoot the beginning of my movie. Okay, so I need 45 seconds of an intro, whatever that is. We're going to do our homework to understand what that vision is, understand what the script needs, what the story is, and also the style of that director. Then we're going to go on our own. And then we're going to give him the footage. And 99% of the time, they're very happy with it. Because the truth is, we don't want a director to tell us how to get the shots. He just needs to tell us what he needs, and then we'll get it for him because he doesn't know what we can do or not do.
Right.
So you're actually editing the film.
No, we're not editing. We're giving him the footage so he can do the editing correctly for his movie.
And how many hours in the air in order to get the shots they want are you up there?
So it depends, but it can go. Usually we're pretty fast. Let's say you need a 45 seconds shot for an opening of a movie where you want to put the credit and all that stuff. I mean, we can get that in 15 minutes. You know, it's very fast. It really depends if there's a complexity to the scene.
Right.
If it's a simple explosion with a car flipping, it's going to take me 5 minutes.
Simple car flipping. That's simple.
Now they use the what's it called? The gnome?
A drone.
A drone.
A drone.
Now and the drone seems to do the same effect as the helicopter, or don't you approve?
No, I disagree on very multiple reasons, and I don't want to be too technical there. But first of all, if you take all the camera system that you have on the set, a crane, a dolly, a Steadicam, camera on the shoulder, the cameraman is directly connected to the camera through his hands or through the device itself. On the helicopter is the same. We're flying the camera, basically flying the camera. Okay. On the drone, there's a disconnect between the camera and the operator and the pilot. They're disconnected. So we shoot instantly. Like if I see a scene from the air, I'm going to see the shot and then I'm going to go for it with my guts. Okay. You're not going to tell me, Fred, go left of the house or go right on the house. I'm going to see it and then I'm going to get it. On the drone, you can't do that. It has to be a la carte. Okay, I need you to go around the house and get me that POV. So it's not the same kind of shots. Also, if you think about it, drones are way more complex than you think as far as getting a shot. They have a spatial orientation issues. They don't know where they are in perspective to other obstacles. They only see here. So if there is a rainbow on my left, but let's say he's on the ground and there is trees on the left, he doesn't see the rainbow on the other side, for example. They have a spatial orientation issue. Also, it's very hard for a drone pilot on a screen to have a depth of field.
Right.
So, it's very hard. So it's difficult for them they can only really do something that you will ask directly to do. Go around the house, make a 360, and that's a 30-second flight. That's not what we do. We're going up in the air and we're feeling the scene, and then we get the shot. It will just be more natural. Now, don't get me wrong. We need both, but the overlap is maybe 5 to 10%. That's it.
Actually, though, what you do is actually, I mean, it's a very cool, I think it's super cool. You're the only person we've ever had on the show who did it. That's why I was so excited to bring you on, because it's something new for our audience. But like, it's not like you're flying like over the air and there's not buildings and all kinds of stuff you could crash. It's not like you're in an open field, so you don't have to worry and you can just fly around. Like, you have to, in getting the shot, you have to make sure you don't hit buildings and skyscrapers and planes.
You can maneuver. Helicopters are very maneuverable.
Extremely maneuverable. So if you are experienced enough,
they can turn around.
Right, you can do 360. You can do any directions. But if you experience enough, it's like being on the bicycle. The bicycle disappear, and then you're just going around. It's the same thing, for me. It's a 2.5-ton machine, but I'm flying the camera. The helicopter disappear, and then we become the camera. So now imagine you have a camera on your head and you're flying up in the air. What would you get? So we get so many things, and we get amazing footage because of that reason.
How did you decide that you wanted to do? Like, did you just wake up one day and say, "Gee, I think I'm going to go like be a movie cinematographer and fly helicopters," or like how did that work out in your head that you became this?
Well, you should read my book first of all. But
what you guys that we're going to talk about is more. But the book you guys is called Flying, because they're already talking about it in the chat room. Flying Sideways, but the world's most famous stunt pilot, you guys. And
basically the book is, and what was your question? How you go from Tunisia, long story short, to Hollywood, right? Yes. Especially for a French guy that, my English now is kind of a B-, but 20 years ago it was a D-. So it was not easy to do the transition. But in life, I'm sure it's the same for you both. It's a journey that take you there. I never had the end goal in mind. The only thing I knew is I wanted to do something cool and sexy, but I didn't know exactly what it was. But I had the energy and I had the strength and the workforce. Like, I wanted to succeed, but to make me happy. When I even didn't know at 20 years old that there were a film pilot job. For me, there was a helicopter pilot, a doctor, a lawyer, a reporter, but I didn't know there were more to that. So I was in France and I was flying for a TV sport event, covering with a helicopter, like the Formula One race or the sailing race or any kind of rally car, like the Barra race that you have in the US. And then I had something similar in Europe and Africa. So I was flying for 10 years that. And after a little while, I was a little bit bored creatively, because when you shoot a TV a sport event, it's not the way you shoot it. It's who's losing, who's winning, right, who has a car crash. Okay, so the producers are more interested about the facts going on the ground than the way you're going to shoot that stuff. And then I met a guy. His name is Larry Blanford, and Larry was one of the cameramen on Top Gun, the first one. Okay, he was in the U.S. Navy, and he was the cameraman in the jets with a camera on his shoulder. And Larry told me, Fred, when you do movie work as an aerial photographer, it's the way you shoot stuff that will translate an emotion to the audience. It's the way you shoot it that is going to tell the story. That's versus. Right. So if you need a car that goes from the airport and go to the city from right to left on the screen, and there's a dialogue in that car, the way you're going to shoot it from the air, I can make it a dramatic entry. I can make it a very slow, and steady shot. I can go like a crazy backer, I don't know if you can say that, to the car. And then that will change the emotion of the audience when they're going to see it. It's like, whoa, So movie will give way more creative, and that's what I was looking for, and that's how I ended doing that job.
And actually, if you weren't really good at it too, you can like make or break a movie, really. So like you have to be really good at it, which you obviously you are. You wouldn't be working on the biggest movies in the world.
That's what America, is amazing at. It gives chances to people. Like in France, even if you're very good at it, it's very hard to become, in the top 5 or whatever. But in America, they don't really give a shit from where you're coming from. If you're good at it, American will embrace it, and really they gave me a chance, and I'm really grateful for it because it's here I am.
I find that air shots relieve us from the film. They rest us. I find it very resting because the thought of flying through the air gives you a feeling of comfort. Don't you agree? When you fly through the air, it's comfortable.
Yes, no, for sure. I think it gives you a perspective on the whole scene.
So if it works for the film, if we want to feel whatever, you guys do it with the air shots. I love air shots. I think they're very important to a movie. Like you said, what was the most exciting thing we saw on television? O.J. Simpson's truck on the freeway for how long? And the helicopter following him. That is probably the most exciting footage I have ever seen on film. Because that helicopter, he wouldn't leave that van. Right? Am I right?
So it's a perspective.
Air shots are good. I've never worked in a film with it. Have I?
I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever worked in a film where we've used the air shot, but they're nice. I like them.
So I have a question. As an aerial cinematographer, do you have an agent? How do people find you? I mean, obviously you built a name for yourself.
Got a name.
But I mean,
He doesn't get followed.
But I know that everybody has agents and stuff. Like, because I deal with them a lot because I produce a lot of movies. So do people in your line of work actually have like agents? That you go to an agent to book you, or how do you actually find things?
Some people have agent, but I don't have an agent because I don't like the disconnect. I like to talk directly to the producers. I'm more involved in that because also my part as a pilot is pretty small compared to the aerial coordinator position that I have. So as an aerial coordinator, I'm involved way early on the movie itself because they send me the script and I look at the aerial piece. And then I'm telling them if it's feasible, not feasible, if what we should add to be more realistic or what we can do to spice it up. So then I put notes and stuff, and then I send that back to them, and then they rewrite whatever. And then they said, so there's a back and forth creatively. And then when they're happy about the script, the producer asked me for an aerial budget. I do the aerial budget, aircraft, crew, permits, how, where, all that stuff. I put that into a package and I give it to them. And when that's into position, then I will do the flying myself. So people, they know me as an aerial coordinator because coming from France, I have a license to fly in Europe and in America and in Canada and in Argentina, in Brazil, in Iceland, or whatever. So they know that.
65. I wrote down 65 countries you can fly in 65 countries.
Right. So
did you ever film those wonderful documentaries we see on like Italy, where they went along the entire coast from Genoa down to Naples? Do you know the film I'm talking about?
No, I know the one I'm talking about, but I don't do too much those ones because they're more it's the camera system they're using is like for TV. I'm doing mostly movies because all the equipment that I have is for movie work. But I see the one you mean. They're very, very pretty.
They're beautiful. I love them, and they have the nice music with them. I watch them. I relax. I like flying. I don't like flying in a commercial airline because
I need to take you both in my helicopter. I don't know where you guys physically.
California,
Palm Springs, California.
Okay, so I'm in in Los Angeles. So you both should come, and then we'll go downtown and take you for a little flight.
Oh, that would
I could drop a few bombs on some people I don't like.
So let's go back to the book. First of all, you
Yeah.
guys, you can follow Fred on Instagram. He's Fred_North. Really easy to find. Lots of stuff on his Instagram about his book. His website is fred-north.com. And so the name of the book is Flying Sideways, the story of the world's most famous stunt pilot. It just came out, you guys, I think on October 3rd, I read, right? October 3rd.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Where do people go? Where can people actually go and get the book? How much is the book and how long is the book?
So the book is $29, I think, and you can find it, on my website, or you can find it on my Instagram. There's a link, or you can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, any kind of big, outlet and library. But so there's plenty of places where you can get it. The idea behind the book, if I can say, there's two reasons. The first reason is, I don't know if you have kids, but I have 3. And what happened with the kids, they don't really understand who the parents are and how they got to where they are until when they're 15, 16 years old. They understand where you are now, but they have no idea how you did it before.
You got there.
And my kids, they are 17 and 19 years old, and they're wondering what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. And they're looking for that explanation. So how they're going to get there. So I wrote the book to tell them how I did it, so they understand, all the journey and the details. So it was a legacy for them, but also for them to understand all that stuff. And then the second reason was on social media. I'm getting so many messages from young pilots and young kids that asking, how did you get as a film pilot? How did you become this and how and all that stuff? I'm trying to respond to each of them, but I'm getting sometimes 50 messages a day. So I respond to them, each of them, but I can't elaborate, and I would I'd love to spend more time with them. So the book is basically to explain my journey, everything that I went through, what is also going through my mind when I do a big stunt, because people don't always understand the weight on the shoulder that I have as far as the risk, as far as the liability, my responsibility for the people on board, the people on the stunt guys and all that. It's a weight on my shoulder. All the travel we have to do, it's all the other side of the shiny part on social media. So the book is really to explain all that stuff. It's a funny book. There's plenty funny story in there. It's also a life lesson, and I don't want to be arrogant saying that. It's just a life lesson with my experience and my vision on how I went through all the just a quick story on the book.
It's an autobiography.
Yes, it's a memoir. Yes.
I have a question for you, Fred. You don't think I'm crazy? And answer me honestly. People won't think you're crazy. Have you ever seen a UFO while you were up in the sky?
No, I never did.
Oh.
Oh, he would have loved it if you
I
said
would have
yes.
loved it if you
So wait, go ahead. Tell us a little story on the book. Then.
A quick story, and that's for the young kids out there, okay? Because each time you want to be, let's say you want to be an astronaut or something, people will say, are you out of your mind? Okay, so at 18 years old, I wanted to be a jet fighter pilot. Okay, so I went to the French Air Force, and I did a 1 week selection. It was like a 1 week training for them to assess if you can be a jet fighter pilot. And the week went really well. Okay. And then on the last day, the guy that was in charge of that, air base, and I was doing the selection of all those young kids, he was a general. So it was, a high rank. And the guy said, Fred, you did awesome on a lot of points, but you will be a terrible pilot. You're going to be so bad. You should really choose something else, because I'm telling you, mentally, you're absolutely not equipped to be a pilot. Absolutely not.
Why did he say that?
Because I don't know. They do all those testing that you have to be basically fitting to a box for them. But at the time, I didn't understand that. I thought I'm a useless person. I will never be a pilot.
That's
and
terrible.
It was hard. Okay. So, but after a couple of weeks, I was thinking, screw him.
That's right.
Too easy to tell me that. So anyway, in the book, I'm explaining all that stuff, and it's very easy to be let down by people you are looking up to, and I'm just telling those kids. And in the book, I'm explaining the whole little details of it. But it's just a story that today, you know, I'm a pilot and I'm happy about being a pilot, and I'm you know, not that bad at it.
And you're very
So
successful.
the message that you're sending out is, everyone out there, have your dream. Don't let anybody crush it. Don't let anybody try to stop you. Don't let anybody tell you you stink. My mother, when I said to her at 16 years old, I'm going to be an actor, she said to me, oh, yeah, sure. Hollywood's just waiting for you. Well, they did wait, and here I am. So, you know,
right.
You can do it. If don't listen to anybody, do what your heart
I have a
tells
question
you.
for you then. So on the first of all, everybody, please check out Fred-North.com. Get the book. Do you have autograph copies that you send people if they buy it from your website?
Yeah.
So
No,
you guys
I do some stuff, so they have to, you know, we try to do it on book signing. I do different events, and sometimes I make a deal with the library, and if they order it there, I sign it because it has to be not too far from my place. But yes.
Okay, perfect. So out of the Fast and Furious movies, which ones did you work on?
All of them since number 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm prepping 11.
I did the.
Wait, 11 Fast and Furious movies?
Yeah, we just saw.
We've done 10. We've done 10.
So I actually did the costume design on the second one in Miami. I lived in Miami. That's why I was wondering if you were on there, but I didn't see a helicopter actually on it.
I miss you there. Yeah.
I thought it would have been fun. That would be like our 6 degrees of separation if you had been it. So what is what film has been like the most difficult one for you to come up with the creative idea of how you were going to shoot it? What was the hardest one that you've done out of all the huge movies you've done?
I mean, you know, each stunt sequence is always, you know, something to put together. But the last 2, I will say, there's the on Extraction 2. That is a movie that was on Netflix. Extraction 2, directed by Sam Hargrave, fantastic director. And when he called me 8 months before we did the film, he said, Fred, there is a big train sequence in the movie, and I want to do something crazy with helicopters attacking the train. And I said, what do you have in mind? And then he said, I want you to come, there's 2 helicopters, they're doing crazy shit around the train, and then I want you to go above the train, it's going 60 miles an hour, and then we dropping guys, you know, from the helicopter on a hoist, and they drop on the train, and then they're attacking the train. And
We
then
saw
told
it. I remember. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's the movie with Thor, right? The Thor guy is in that movie.
Right. Chris Hemsworth. So he's telling me that, and I'm telling him, but that's boring as hell. It's been done 50 times. Why we're not landing the helicopter on the train at 60 miles an hour, and then the 5 guys get out, and we arrive like a wild cowboy, and then we go like a you know, crazy maniac, you know, something really punchy. And he said, great, I love that. So that was 8 months before we started the making of the movie. So if you watch Extraction 2, we indeed landing the helicopter on the moving train at 60 miles an hour. So that was tricky to do because there is more complexity than it may look.
That was dangerous.
Is that you then? Are you actually the helicopter?
Yeah, it's me. It's me. Yeah.
It's so exciting because I actually know exactly what you're talking about.
Fred, it hasn't been done before, so you don't know what the result could have been. It was a dangerous thing to do because that helicopter couldn't have taken off again if something went wrong.
Right. No, you're right, but that's why in the book I'm explaining, like I suggesting idea like that, and then after we hang up the phone with Sam, I said, "What's wrong with me? Why am I suggesting that to the guy?" And now, yes, but
wait, did they pay you extra for that?
No.
Oh, so I wouldn't have done it. I would I have to negotiate for you. I would have said to them, listen, that's a very outstanding trick and it's going to cost you more money. Otherwise, I'll drop them from the road.
Wait. I'm thinking, wait. So in Kong Skull Island, because I know there's a lot of helicopters in Kong Skull Island, are you like you one of the big, one of the ones carrying all the people?
I'm filming all those helicopters with
filming all of them. Because that was a lot of helicopters in the air at the same time.
Right. We had 4 to a point helicopters, and we had to line them up and everything. But this is more like a choreography. So helicopter air to air is more like a dancing choreography.
Right.
So the biggest the helicopter is like dancing with a big heavy woman. So you have to manage that piece. No offense to beautiful, heavy woman, but it's a little bit like that. So, so basically to come back to Extraction is I just give ideas because I'm passionate, Ron. I'm passionate about the project. I take it personally. I really want to bring something to the audience. And, the producer then those guys are good. They take care of me correctly. And, I don't, that's why I don't want an agent, because I want to keep that creative part open.
You don't need an agent, Fred. All you have to do is drop your name.
Hang on a second. Wait a second. So we have first of all, we have a really good friend who lives in Germany who's in the chat room. Her name's B. Claudia. Say hi to B. She's already buying the book. She said at the beginning it starts with the word author's note to set the record straight. He used to have a TV show called Set the Record Straight on TV in LA and Palm Springs. And she's already bought the book, and she's like, she loves all the authors because she's also an author. So the fact that you say hi, she loves it. And she says it's amazing already. She's like, while we're on the air, she bought it in Germany.
I think it's going to be a very interesting book. And especially for those young people who are interested in flying, because if it's educational, if you're going to teach these kids the hardships and the fun, I think that's a fair book. And I suggest that anybody that is interested in doing this definitely should buy his book.
But Ron, it's not even
don't want to fly. I think it's a book that will only increase your education, your knowledge. So at the next cocktail party, you can say, oh, by the way, did you know this about a helicopter?
So in the book, I was very careful to not be technical. So the book is for anyone. It's more about, life things and how the journey went at the helicopter itself. It's more what goes through my mind as a challenge. But it could be anything. It can, for me, it was a helicopter. But it's not a book on helicopter. It's a book of a person and what went through the life to go through things.
To get to what you want to do.
Exactly.
So in the chat room, they have a question for you. Since you worked on a Mission Impossible movie, and they want to know, what did you think about, Tom Cruise, supposedly he does all his own stunts. Were you doing the helicopter work, filming him doing his own stunts? And how scary is that? Because he's just like a regular guy, doing crazy-ass stunts.
You have to understand that nobody can afford to lose Tom Cruise on an accident or something.
Oh no, absolutely.
Whatever, it won't be good for the resume. So everything we do with them, and anybody, by a matter of fact, the prep is huge. So we can prep for 2 months, and TC, as we call it, TC is not with us. Okay, so we prep, and then when we're ready for him, then he comes in, and then TC start to do his own rehearsal and training, and then we are here to assist, and then we help him achieve the stunt.
Well,
that is so cool.
A lot of it's green screen and CGI. A lot of it is technical. It's not actual the actor. People out there, I don't want you to think, they put a green screen behind you, and they can make it anywhere in the world. And when they dress you, they have these little dots.
No, wait a second. He really does it, though, right?
No, it does it. It does it, but
not the dangerous.
Yeah.
But what you're saying, Ron, is what? Look, on Extraction 2, the studio wanted us to put a green screen next to the train. They wanted a static train, and they wanted us to pretend that we're going to be landing on the train like if we were going at speed. But we said no, and I'll be the first one to fight CG. I don't mind CG if it's adding to the reality of a shot. I do mind CG if we built the whole sequence out of CG, because fake doesn't replace real stuff. It does not. You can add a little bit of fake here and there because for entertainment. But to me, we did that sequence for real. And what does it mean? It means that the main character, Chris Hemsworth, the guy from Thor, when you see the helicopter, 5 feet from his ass, I guarantee you is acting properly because the sequence is right there. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, if it's CG and it's like he's supposed to see a helicopter that is not there, it's not gonna shoot in his pants, right? Now
that's called acting. A good actor can make it look real. But I know that
you know.
I know that most of the
wait, like on the new Mission Impossible, they showed Tom Cruise doing that motorcycle thing, and I saw him actually do it on a video.
No,
Like
he does it. He does it.
yeah,
he does it.
like that's like he flies thousands of feet in the air and stuff. It's like he really does it. It's
No,
not.
he does it.
Tom Cruise is the only one, though. I don't think other people do that. I think Tom Cruise
You know
is like
what?
different
I'm
than everybody
surprised
else.
No, it's been done before. There's plenty guys done that before. What he has never done before is an actor doing it.
Right.
There's plenty stunt that did it. And
Oh yeah,
in
stunt
fact,
people do it. Yes, because we know
yes,
a lot of
but an
stunt
actor. Yeah.
I'm
Not an
surprised
actor.
that they allow him to do that. I'm
He
shocked.
wants to do it. He's the one that.
Yeah, but if he hurts himself, it costs the production a fortune of money if they have to
Right.
shut down until he's well.
It's usually his production
Right.
company anyway.
Yeah, I know that, but he's really crazy.
I
to do
love
that.
it. So hang on, we've only got 3 minutes. So you guys, first of all, this is Fred North, you guys. Please follow him on Instagram. He's at Fred_North. His website is
you.
fred-north.com. The name of the book, you can plug it in Google. It'll come up everywhere. It's called Flying Sideways, the story of the world's most famous stunt pilot. It's very cool that what Charlize Theron movie did you? She was in one of the Fast and Furious movies.
Yes, but also Old Guards too. That is not.
Oh,
out
that's a
yet.
great. Oh, it's not. The first one was great.
Yeah, but that one we did some crazy shit weather, like crazy shit weather.
Wait. Fred, did you ever meet her?
Yeah, you worked.
Yes,
Are you Fred?
Yes.
You Fred, not you. Shut up.
I heard her. She flew
I
with
hate
me.
you. I hate you.
Yes.
Hate
She's
you. I hate-
amazing.
I hate
I
you.
love her.
She's my favorite.
She's my favorite.
Me too. I love her.
I think she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
And she has balls the size of a bull.
I believe it.
Just what?
She has balls the size of a bull. I believe it.
Oh yeah, she's tough.
She's tough, but she's amazing. So she in Old Guards 2. When the movie comes out, let's do another interview because
Yes.
I can tell you all the details that I cannot tell you now. But it's
I can't wait till it comes out. I love the first one,
Yeah.
so I can't wait for the second
We
one.
just saw one, wasn't it new?
No, it was old.
That was an old one we
Yeah,
saw.
the new one hasn't come out
I
yet.
saw the one with the train where he's running
yeah.
on the train.
That
with
was
the
like
wind.
probably like a year ago though, right? That came
Yeah,
out.
during COVID, it was during COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, it was during COVID, so I love it. So you guys, please follow Fred, get his book. If you have any signings, so I have like 1.5 million followers in social media. So I followed you on Instagram. Follow me back if you're doing a signing someplace. Send it to me, and I'll send it out to
1000%.
everybody and
I will.
help people know and let people know. We also want to thank your publicist for contacting us to set this up.
Yeah,
She's fabulous.
it's a good interview.
And I forgot who she is.
And
but,
you two have to fly with me. I want you two to fly with me.
absolutely. We come to LA often, so we would love to set something up.
Okay.
Okay. All right, you guys. So this is it.
Yeah,
This
you
is
could
Fred North.
you could fly me to Genoa, Italy.
Absolutely. No problem.
Congratulations on the book. Congratulations
Thank you.
on all your success, and thank you so much for coming on the show. We loved having
And
you.
bonjour, monsieur.
Merci. Au revoir. Merci beaucoup.
All right, everybody.
Au revoir.
Thanks so much. Please also
Thank
follow
you.
me on TikTok and Twitter, you guys. I'm at This Is Jimmy Star and Instagram. This is Jimmy Star. Follow me. We're building everything up. Fred, we'll have a great weekend. Congratulations,
time.
and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
And Fred, stay safe always.
Thank you so much. I will. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Nice
Bye.
meeting
Bye.
you, Fred.
Me too. Thank you.
Can turn out to be so wrong. Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes? Download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.